Came for my wins, I need my ends. This life is real, and play pretend. Came off the bench, I get it in, I get it in, I get it in. Came for my wins, I need my ends. This life is real, can't play pretend. Came off the bench, I get it in, I get it in, I get it in. I'm on my job, I get it done, but you should know that. Shine like a sun of 101, you should know that. I get the front and in the back, you should know that. No need to stun, it's never cap, you should know that. All I know, 10 toes, never fold, bang roll, on the go, ice wall, ice wall, ice wall. Came for my wins, I need my ends. This life is real, and play pretend. Came off the bench, I get it in, I get it in, I get it in. Came for my wins, I need my ends. This life is real, can't play pretend. Came off the bench, I get it in, I get it in, I get it in. I miss my baby, so I hit them on the FaceTime. I need it all for them, so no, I cannot waste time. Facing these oceans, feel the water on my waistline. We trust the process and my only know it takes time. You can get it, got no worries, I'm gon' make mine. Going global, I'ma get it out the state lines. Paying taxes at a more than what you make now. Different bracket, eating off a different plate now. For my wins, I need my ends. This life is real, and play pretend. Came off the bench, I get it in, I get it in, I get it in. Came for my wins, I need my ends. This life is real, can't play pretend. Came off the bench, I get it in, I get it in, I get it in. Tell them run it all. I wake up. Yeah. I wake up, flex, I'm down now. Check, no drip this. Wet. Tell them run it all. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell them run it all. I wake up, flex, I'm down now. Check, no drip this. Wet. Tell them run it all. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell them run it. 9 out of 10 roll through my hands, I'm by my lonely. Turn to a savage, now my baby wants to hold me. I love my fans, don't need no friends, I got my homies. Thought I could trust you, I find out you tried to zone me. I'm number one up on that court, I'm Nick McGrady. The first one in, the last one out, can't call me lazy. Put in my hours, send the invoice and they pay me. I need 6 rings like MJ and Tom Brady. I wake up, flex, I'm down now. Check, no drip this. Wet. Tell them run it all. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell them run it all. I wake up, flex, I'm down now. Check, no drip this. Wet. Tell them run it all. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell them run it. Y'all gon' make me take that trip way out to Europe. I call up Nigeria, come through in a hurry. Those London boys don't come to play, you should get worried. One false move, find yourself, they getting buried. Dance with the devil, used to love playing those games. Made some bad decisions that brought my mama pain. I made a promise to her, swore that I would change. I'm on the come up, bet I live up to my name. I wake up, flex, I'm down now. Check, no drip this. Wet. Tell them run it on. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell them run it on. I wake up, flex, I'm down now. Check, no drip this. Wet. Tell them run it on. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell them run it on.
Good morning all. Yes sir, hope everyone is well, hope everyone is good. Let's get it, let's see what we got going on here. And yeah, let's get into the stream. So start off here with the calendar today. Today is going to be Thursday. Actually no, I'm going mad. Today's Wednesday. And we have GBP CPI at 10 o'clock. And FOMC meeting minutes tonight. Okay, that's interesting to see. So this is about to come out, this news here. We'll see how that impacts price. Obviously, CPI is an important one. They're expecting numbers to come out hotter, so inflation to go up. If inflation does go up, that is going to be more positive for GBP, because it means they're going to keep interest rates higher for longer. Something coming back as it's cooling down is better. So you might see a bit of push and pull, because it also shows the economy is having problem and struggling still with inflation. So it's like a push and pull news. So you get upside and downside. Now, in terms of FOMC meeting minutes, they will be speaking potentially about the rates cuts, 8 times per year, 3 hours, blah, blah, blah. Recent meeting prior in economic financial condition influence vote. Yeah, interest rate. So it's going to be an important one here. It's going to be a very important one ahead of the Jackson Hole Summit, which is another one here, 6 p.m. So Friday and today we have these FOMC meeting minutes. It's going to be very important to see what ends up resulting from that. Speech-wise, it's not going to be like a confirmation, but they're just going to say X, Y, Z in terms of, hey, I think we can start to cut rates by next month, right? Which is their plan. So we'll see if that continues. But looking at technicals here, starting on gold, daily time frame here closing bearish after yesterday's downside movement here. We have 4-hour time frames closing bullish here, creating us a mixed session bias. We didn't tap this 4-hour support fully yet. So that is a potential, but we have created a support. We actually have technically have 2 candles closing bullish, one with a liquidity grab, and we're trying to just consolidate slash bounce. We'll see. Hopefully it's a bounce. Bounce is going to be easier to trade than a consolidation. If we're looking at 1-hour time frame, we are starting to continue outside of the range at the moment. 1 hour is trying to close above here in 6 minutes. Same thing with 30-minute, and same thing with 15-minute. 15-minute, we have a resistance up here, 15, and we have our own resistance made here, which is going to be the 15. So in terms of today, buys do make sense. I am skeptical to take a full straight breakout trade. Why? If we look here, this was our top of our range, okay? If we mark this top of our range, something like this, we can see this candle did the breakout. Next candle broke the high, and then we pulled back first, then are now continuing. So if this is going to continue, next candle breaks the high, retraces, you're going to be in trouble. The problem is we saw a bit of manipulation below the lows. Look, unless you kept your stop loss here, which maybe didn't survive, here definitely didn't survive. So we're seeing pullbacks. So I might expect to see the next candle pullbacks, which will then give me the entry for the buys. Okay. So that's something I'm looking at here. Would prefer to enter on a pullback, especially not take a straight breakout with this 1 hour candle closing like this super deep. Unless I ran maybe 1 hour stops, but we're still mixed. We're not bullish bias. So to do that, it's going to be difficult. We also have that 50-minute lurking above head here. I think there's a few 5 minutes that we're tapping now. Yeah, so we'll see what happens there in the last 5 minutes. Moving on to DAX here on the other hand. DAX from yesterday ended up closing the candle kind of doji bullish here. Depends on broker. I want to see exactly on broker how that looks. Let's go daily. So doji bearish on broker, but bullish here. So I'm considering it just a doji candle. And then if we look at 4 hour time frames, we're closing bearish here. So doji candle plus bearish, we are more bearish than bullish, but we're coming from this rejection zone at the moment. A little bit of a mess. We are not moving too much on DAX at the moment, not breaking out ranges. This is our previous 4 hour here. We crossed through this a lot of wicks, so not too worried about it because of how many times we crossed through. 1 hour time frame, we can see that creating support at the bottom of the range, trying to pop up at the moment. 30-minute time frame, trying to get above the range, and 15. So above this range, we actually do have a little bit of room, a little bit of breathing room for some potential upside above here. So that could be a little bit of a trade. Now the sells below 4 hour support makes sense for me. So if we reject upper range, come down below 4 hour support, I'll be interested in sells. Let's investigate the 5 minute here. Yeah, quite a mess on the 5 minute here. No pullbacks on 5 as well. Yeesh. So let's see 3 minutes how this candle closes. We see if it closes above or below. I just wish it was cleaner on 5. We obviously have this previous 15 zone here. If anything, we can also take buys above this previous zone here, which is a previous 15. But the 5 above there, I don't think is too good. It's not too... You have a little bit of room, but it's not the best. The sells are pretty clean if we do end up breaking down from here. But at the moment, it seems like we have a bit of bullish pressure. Do I think this is worth it? 19 pips for 6 pips? Not really. 1-to-1 at previous 4 hour. Especially, you know, 5-minute structure makes no sense, you know. Very tough. So let's see how this forms. 2 minutes. See how it ends up closing there. Quick look at currency pairs. GJ still rejecting from the highs here. Made its way now down to the range lows here. So this is an interesting spot to be at. Previous daily candle closing bearish here. We have news coming out in about 2 minutes. So we'll see what that does to price. And then come back at it. So not really much to analyze here. This would have been a nice trade back up. But we have news. USD JPY still in this messy zone. That's a mess. I want to stay away from these currency pairs at the moment. Just look at that on 1 hour. It's just chopping so much. We're not getting any straight moves. And the only straight move was here with just one candle. So just if you have an option to leave a mess, then leave a mess. Ideally, we could buy above here, which is a clean zone to buy, but it's chopping. Previous daily, previous 4 hour doji bullish. 4 hour resistance there. Yeah, it's pretty choppy. Also, there seems to be a problem with DAX I have here. I don't know if I can trade DAX because my spreads just widened to 600. Holy shit. Holy, look how wide my spreads are. Look at that. Holy shit. Do you see that? Oh, look at this. Wait for Frankfurt, yeah, but normally after Frankfurt it doesn't happen that. I mean, before Frankfurt doesn't happen. First time. Yeah, it's the GBP here. We have this PPI. We'll see if it settles down. I'm watching it. Recipe for disaster. We'll see how it forms though. It could just be that we're getting this GBP news and it's just pulling liquidity before the GBP news. GBP news can actually impact here a little bit. I've seen that in the past. And yeah, that's the plan. That is the plan here. So let's see what happens. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the analysis. If you did, you know the drill. Leave a like on the stream. Get the likes up to 150. I would appreciate that. 100 of you in here, so it's not going to be possible for 150, but as many likes as possible. I do appreciate the support. Let's see how GBP news impacts price. I'm interested to see in 10 seconds here. If we shoot up or shoot down or do nothing. I'm interested. CPI is normally a bigger news event. What do we do? So we shot up, which is not exactly what we want because that was our trading range if you wanted to take buys. Gold. Gold has shot up here to the 15-minute resistance. Very tough. So this is where I want the pullback here. So this is where everyone's going to try rip buys. And this is where I'm going to wait for a pullback and maybe get a perfect, amazing option here. If not, buys above here. If we're going to be a full breakout day, we can look for buys above the 15. We have a lot of room. We have a lot of room. Good 1 hour candle close. Everything is strong here. We have tons of room. And yeah, we can see. So any feedback of my plans? The best way to do that, man, a good you sent plan is there anything different in your plans? If so, tell me where and then I can look at that. Otherwise, if you have same plans, then I agree with it. So tell me which plan you have something different and let's have a look. See if I agree. Any trades yesterday in NYSE? Nope. Didn't take anything. DAX, you're looking for sells. I missed an entry. I went away from the charts. I missed a buy. There was a trade, but I'm talking about myself. There's plenty. There was some people took gold sells. Some people, for me, the best trade was this one here yesterday. Oops. But I stepped away from the charts by then. But I like this trade. It was nice. This thunderstorm here, break of high. Last push, but it's the only one that I saw at the time. At the time, it was very nice. Then we reversed after that, actually. DAX, you're looking for sells below. All right, let's have a look at your plan on DAX. So DAX, you're looking for sells below there. Too late. We're all the way up here, man. We're all the way up here. So looking for sells below here is too late. It's way too late. You should be looking for sells below previous daily, which is also previous 4 hour. Hopefully you got that right. This 4 hour support here, which is current previous 4 hour support. So you need to mark that. That would be where your sells are. Alright, so DAX here pushing up here. Still no 5-minute structure. We just pushed down here and flipped. No top wick on broker, and my broker spreads are still extremely wide. Look at this. Okay, it's tight now, but watch it. It gets wide here, look. Let's see if it settled down, but I just saw it was getting wide. See? Look. Again wide. How much widening? Widening to 4 points. Bro, why do you mark support and resistance to the levels which are already invalidated with one layer candles close below above it? Because that doesn't invalidate a layer, a level. Invalidating a level, because there's a concept called, it's a very simple concept, but previous levels can, like, if a level was resistance, in the future it can become support. Like this could be a support now. So even though this level crossed it, it doesn't invalidate it. It's probably going to settle down for spreads after London Open as always. No, never, man. If your spread settles after London Open, you need to change broker immediately. Your spreads should be okay. My spreads are normally okay before even Frankfurt Open. Or my spreads are settled by... My spreads are... Even on prop, man. Even on prop. Shouldn't be an issue. Your spread should be settled by Frankfurt Open 100%. Show him GU, let's have a look, man. We'll show him. Rejected previous 1 hour level. Yeah, that would be like an example, rejecting this previous 1 hour level here. That is an example. Can you advise me free journaling app to use? App, I don't know, but if you want, you can use my journal, exclamation journal, and then just go file, make a copy, and you can use the journal that I have been using. Hi, where are you looking for sells on gold? I don't have any sells planned for now. It needs time to set up for sells on gold. It's in a very bullish positioning at the moment. It will probably take an hour before we can see sells kind of form. Unless something happens fast, this candle, even because remember, if these candles pull back, I'm looking at pullback to take buys. That's the difference. You have to spell journal correctly for it to work, my friend. If you don't spell journal correctly, it will not work. Use Notion. Yep, Notion is great. If you have a template in Notion, you can use that. That's another great one. Just need to have a template and you're sorted. Which bias is more important to you, daily 4 hour? Which things we need to take trades for both sides? If they're mixed, then you can take trades both sides. All information I have about that is on YouTube, and if you need more information, more in-depth stuff, I share that in the exclusive group. So you have to make a choice. You either go study on YouTube because the answers are there, or you want to take it a step further. Your plans on gold, are they the same as mine? Let's see. These are invalid now because it's already changed. So you have to make an updated plan here. The sells were okay at the time, not anymore. This, not worth it. Remove this plan. This would have been fine as well as a plan. But now we need to think, okay, are you happy taking continuation, or you still only want to take pullbacks, right? Seems like my spreads have settled for now. We see DAX doing the retracement here back to my level. So if we can get one 5-minute candle bullish here, would be great to get back in the range. Get back below that 4-hour support. That'll be the liquidity grab. We just need a stop loss at the moment. We don't have a stop loss. We have one, but it doesn't make sense. 24 for 21. So let's see if we can get a bit of a retracement for the time being. Man, GJ was 6 pips from the 1-hour supply and everything started to drop now. I was ready for it and everything. Yeah, that's the problem with supply and demand if it misses your zone. But it's the same in any other strategy, because sometimes we don't get the close, right? So it's not really like a fault of the strategy. I wouldn't be pissed off by that. It's very normal. It's very, very normal. You know, it's the same way that sometimes I'm waiting for a close, I don't get a close. You know, same way it doesn't tap your zone. How to find German 30 on futures? Depends which futures account. Some support it, some don't. So it depends. It will have different names. Let's see what gold is doing now. Gold seems like it's on a mission at the moment. Big 1-hour stops. 57 for 38. Same on 15 stops, a little bit smaller. 38 for 50 to here. 33. If there's this much volume, the only thing we can do is take a hyper aggressive trade and take a 15-minute candle close above and rely on only this one 5-minute structure right here. It's the only thing I see right now, and we just have to think that today has the volume, because there's no signs of pulling back at the moment. Nothing. We have no rejections to the left here until this level here, so it's nothing it can reject off to come down. So that's the two choices I have, is to either just not do anything or to go hyper aggressive and just be like, you know what, hopefully there's gonna be volume today, and we can continue up. So my question to you guys is, what would you guys do in that scenario? What would be your first call of action? Some guys are saying they would do half risk. Some guys are saying they'd wait. Some people say pull back for buy. Some people say paper trade, leave it as you're not sure. Not 5 minute, you would take a 15-minute candle close. Some people say wait for structure. So we have this 5-minute structure. This one here, you would rely on this. Sil is saying it's valid, so he would take it. We have 5-minute structure, so I can not disagree with that. The only risk here, if it is that it's not looking like it's pulling back. So it's fine to say wait for pullback, but then today is the day where it might not pull back. We're not seeing any signs of pullbacks. So your only choice in this type of scenario would be to measure your risk, right? So going half risk is an option, but it's not always the best option because you don't make much profit. Your stop loss would be here. You could manage a trade with anything closing below here. 1-minute structure has good management options. Your only risk here is volume. No volume, no continuation. Would count as 1 or 2 levels, as that 5 is basically the 15. You can count it as 2 because your stop is not going right below the 5. So it has to break below the 5, then continue. So it has a lot of work to do. I would take this maybe NY, not London. That's also valid. You know, there's some points here. You know, so this is what I mean. You can see it's very 50-50. Now 50-50 is like, hey, how's my month going? Because it's still a shot. Technically, it's not the worst shot. It's also not the best shot. So another thing here is just to see how it opens. If you get juicy bottom wicks, something that's really enticing, could be a go. Remember, you can always manage a trade. So in this position here, I could take it and just say to myself, hey, I don't mind losing a little bit, right? I don't mind losing a little bit on the trade as long as I can maybe give it a go. And then that's how you kind of like manage things. Or you could simply say, I'm really not comfortable with these type of trades. I don't want to take them. Fair enough as well, right? So this is like, got room above the 1 hour too. The later you buy, the riskier it technically becomes, believe it or not. Need a bit more bottom wick, honestly. Yeah, ideally we would want a pullback, would be the ideal scenario, right? Gonna take it full margin? Don't full margin, man. Tradesharpe, I'm in a buy entry 33.18. Can you give me some TP and SL for me? Bro, if you're in a buy and you don't have TP and SL, you're in a very bad buy. You always have to put your TP and SL always. Right? Always. If you're in from 318, you're just gambling with no SL. I mean, SL would be break even for me now. That's where I would keep SL if I was in your position. And TP, you can trail. You need to learn to trail. Wish DAX gave us something with a stop loss here. I mean, actually, it could have been a pushing it here. If I look back at it, but was there 1 minute structure? No. Wow. Wow. DAX is actually really random these days in London. I'm noticing this. Just very impulsive moves. Even if you're trading on higher time frame, it's even messy, the higher time frames. Very impulsive pair at the moment. Ranging. Gold, if gold just creates 1 minute structures like this, it will chug its way along towards the upside, at least to test this previous 27 level. What was very important about this 15-minute close here, I wonder if you guys noticed, is it closed above 25. So 25 also acts as a small level of support here, which is right here. Screw DAX, man. Such a impulsive at the moment. And the worst, and we're going back into this range, so we need to really get below this range before it gets clean again. But one thing here is we can fill this wick, but it's just, does it give us a little breather candle, or are we gonna do straight downside? We have this support here, so something closing below this as well. But we need a breather at the moment. Setup 5 back up. I'm not convinced on this daily, man. Not convinced on this daily. You know, for me it looks more bearish. But it is technically, you know, we found all our lows from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lows. 5 lows been found. I could definitely see it do, you know, some sort of business. Alright, can we have a good forex pair? UJ is also not been good. We take, so let's trade on forex pair. Any alternative? Yeah, search something you want to trade. If there's anything you've been scanning, you just need to scan different pairs that you like, that's been moving well, and trade them. It's not gonna, it's just a little bit more work. Which chart do you use for DAX? I use this chart called forex.com. So it's forex.com chart. So this little breather would be nice. If this closes bullish, next one closes below, I'm interested. Gold here could just chug along. It's struggling at a 5-minute resistance. This is where it can start to pull back. But 1 minute is looking just chugging along. You know, I'm trying to think of a way to get in maybe above this resistance here. That's what I'm looking at the moment. How can I get in above this resistance? Because if we can manipulate it a little bit to find a point to get in above this resistance, it's gonna be good. Or we get lucky now, the next 7 minutes dumps down, creates us a support to take back up, and we have easy trading. That would be lovely. So there's a few options still to get in gold. The only time there won't be an option is if it just blasted through that 5-minute resistance. That was literally our last spot to reject, and thankfully we're rejecting it at the moment. So it's going to give us a pullback here. So hopefully that leads into some better setups. And then we can take it from there. Oops, we didn't get our pullback yet. Ended up flipping down. But we do have nice ranges below here. So if DAX really wants to get going today, which I hope it does, we have space to trade. The only issue is this mess. And the only issue is this mess, which is straight push down so far. What's the toughest part about trading? Probably the patience, and then making a decision based on the lack of patience, because you're waiting so long. You know, people, it depends on the sessions as well and time of year. Like sometimes sessions just every day are banging, 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 and that in the back of your mind messes you up. It messes you up because I know the previous 4 hours, it's just with wicks. And that messes you up because it makes you feel like that time should be like that the whole time. And then when it doesn't happen, you're like, ugh, right? These ones with wicks, man. I'm FOMO'd into gold. I've been here long enough to wait in trend and then my head wait for pullback and then enter. Feel like my trade lost already. But where's stop loss, man? Depends on where stop loss is. I mean, you would just have to trail. Oh, on 15. Yeah, on 15, I think we needed... it could have just chugged up along. But as soon as that 1 minute structure breaks or it reaches 5-minute resistance, then it's game over. For now. But with 1 hour, I saw some of the guys took it with 1 hour stops. Look, with 1 hour stops, if you trust for it to go up during the whole day, you have so much room to manage. But 15-minute stops, you know, you need supports to form. Personally, for me, I wanted to see either one of those juicy opens where you get a silly bottom wick, you know, like then a flip, I would have taken it. Or I was just waiting for something a little better here. But it's not over yet, you know. But it's just you have to hold through this. Did you say you're entering? I want to see, because I could have waved you off that. You said wait for Harry. You wrote wait for Harry. He said he entered. It was a joke? Oh. Well, maybe that joke was a good one. Where did he say he entered? I thought, yeah, I thought he was joking. Remember, he said here, I'm gonna take it full margin, joke. That's why. Oh yeah, then after that he said he took it. Oh, I thought you were joking. But then after that you took it? I see. Did you see that? That's confusing. Why would you joke and then say you take it? Will you stream on NY sessions? I'm planning to though. Not full margin, that's the trick, right? That's the trick, is he did take it, but he didn't take it. So, no, you have to be clear. Don't joke if you're actually doing something serious, because you need serious answers. You need serious answers. I could keep you safe from those type of positions, which is more important than having a bit of a joke, right? Yeah, as soon as next week I could be starting live streaming for a bit on New York session. As soon as next week. So we're gonna see. Just fixing my schedule. Every day NY session, just for a little bit, just so to have it documented, and just to make a little series on YouTube, and then I keep it back to private group. The way we have it in the past, it's the best way. It's really good, gives people space to test their own positions. I'm sending plans every day. It's amazing. Oh, okay, what's the issue? What's the issue, bro? Let me know your feedback. Nothing? Oh, okay. Oh, okay, it's kind of like, oh, okay. If you have no feedback, then it's all good. Because I'm happy to hear, man. I do a lot of stuff for everyone. And, you know. I want to know so I can fix my schedule. Yeah, we would. But NY trading, you should have, if you can fix your schedule to trade NY, it would be beneficial anyways. Because every day I'm sending my plans and we're in there active. Like literally, if you just put 2 months of hard work ethic, you won't even need my plans anymore. You could start to make your own plans. The only thing you would need from me is maybe feedback, but not my plans. Right? That's how simple my strategy can become. And then you're basically getting free signals during NY, because all you have to do is like, okay, follow. Especially when I'm helping and updating and stuff like that. First time I trade London session with you. London market open 3 a.m. Eastern AM time. Yeah, but we trade from now. It opens in 30 minutes. So whatever time in 30 minutes. Will you still stop if the viewers go to 1,000 during NY session streams? At that case, I don't think so. I don't think the viewers will go up to there, but I never say never. I would love it too. I'd love to see more people, new faces. Like we don't get much questions anymore here. Actually, who watch my stream are almost 90% subscribers. So I'd love to have it back in the day when it was new people in here. I really enjoyed seeing new faces. Like my streams are just like, they don't grow the channel or anything like that, or get my awareness up or anything like that. It's simply just me to have this full documented live trading. Honestly, I mainly stream for the people in the exclusive, and to have them with no delay, and to be with them and answer questions, as I enjoy trading with the community. So maybe at that case I would contemplate, to see what's happening. Are you profitable? I'm new. You can check out the stream statistics, man, and make your decision. I've been trading live on YouTube for over 2 years. I have a journal you can check out, man. Exclamation journal. You can see all my trades. Entry, exit, TP. Right, perfect. So now what can we do, Mr. Gold? One more candle bearish, or can we start moving up? We'll see. Because now we have 2 options, guys. We've actually opened 2 options. First option, close above here for buys. We don't need above this. We need above the 15 resistance. Second option, pull back for buys. So it's actually pretty good. A lot of prop firm traders live during NY now. Yeah, a lot of prop firms themselves use it to promote their own prop firms. It's great because you get people to gamble and then they blow money and then they make money as a prop firm. It's a pretty interesting business model. Let's move this box to here. How's your top 7 account? Are you close to payout? Bro, I activated it on Wednesday. How am I supposed to be close to payout? There hasn't even been 5 trading days between those days. So even if I traded every single day profitable, I still wouldn't be able to receive a payout. Relax, relax. Jesus Christ. I think this is why a lot of people fail prop firm accounts, is because they're in this rush. Like to think that I got my prop account on Wednesday, today's Wednesday, and there's not been 5 trading days, you know, that I've actually traded is nuts, right? If that's like your expectation, it automatically shows your mindset might need some improvement. Because that means you need to have, that means I would need it to trade every single day. I thought you need like 5 days from first trading day. No, you need 5 profitable days above $200 or $150, depends what they're running. So you need to win 5 days in a row, not in a row, but 5 days total, you know. As someone learning from you, I would love to know what was your hardest time as a trader and what did it teach you? There's not only one hardest time. I've had many hardest time. And my hardest times come, my hardest times as a trader is different, because now my first hardest time was not hard. It was just something I wasn't good at. So my first hardest time is when I just simply could not make money from the market and contemplated quitting because it just wasn't working. Everything I would try just didn't work. Like no matter who I listened to, what I tried to do, how many journals I wrote, whatever fucking thing I did, it just didn't fucking work. And I tried again and again and it just, I couldn't do anything. And I'm just like fed up at that point. You know, nothing works. I can't get consistently profitable. It was just a really dull time. So at that time I wanted to quit, because it's like, what's the point? What's the point if I can't do anything, right? Like there's no point of me actually trading if I can't do anything. And then at the end of the day I said, okay, what's wanting me to make me quit? What's that? The issue that's making me want to quit is just because I'm not getting the results that I wanted to have. So it's like, okay, I'm not getting the results I wanted to have. So that's pressure I've put on myself. No one has told me by X date I have to make X money. So what ended up happening is I said, okay, I need to change my expectation. I need to just try and make some profits and fix all of that stuff. So I just removed the expectation of I'm doing this to make money, and I changed it to I'm doing this just to prove myself I can do it. Because I started to get pissed. I'm like, I'm not making money, I'm not good at this, and I'm wasting time. I've lost everything in this. I've lost time, I've lost money. Yeah, I've learned about myself, but at that time I'm not in the right mental position because I feel like shit. So I'm like, you know what? At that point, it's pissing me off. I said, if anything, let me just try do something in this. And that is where I realized, okay, I'm not going to involve money. I'm going to start risking like $50 a trade, which for me was fine. As soon as I did that, took less trade and tried to make my profits, I was starting to make 2%, 3% a month. And I'm like, okay, actually now I'm making money on this, finally. Now let me try get better. So I started to refine. And then as I refined, you know, you hit hurdles again. Unlucky patch, losing streak, start contemplating your strategy again, change the strategy a little bit, that starts failing, it works for a little bit, then fails again, and then you go back to default. Second challenge. In that time, you feel like quitting again, because finally you get a breather, finally you start to make profit, and then you're fucking back to square one. You're back to square one, and you're like, shit man, I'm losing again. So all that profit I made, guess what I did? I started to get confident. When I got confident, what did I do? I increased risk. So all the profit that I made, I gave it back. Because now my risk went back up to $300-400 from $50, and I was trading profitably for 6 months. I felt confident, right? I was managed to make around 3-4 grand. I'm like, fine, I can risk $300 a trade. Okay, so I'm like, you know what? I am going to increase my risk. Guess what happened when I increased my risk? 6 months in, guess what happened 6 months in the markets? Some dynamics change, but I didn't know how to adapt to those dynamics. So I started trading more instead of trading less. I started doing more things, making more mistakes. I changed my strategy. It worked for a week, and then boom, loss, and then I get pissed. Then your emotions come back. FOMO trading, can't get shit right. Losses, gave everything back. So then in a whole year, right? In a whole year, I ended up not making anything. I made something and then gave it back. Break even year. Right? And during that period again, I felt like I wanted to quit, because it's like, fuck, man, I'm going back to square one. But these are all lessons, man. These are all lessons. These are things that I just have to teach you and give you the experience that you need. So once I realized that, I didn't take it as a negative. I took it as, hey, I'm one step closer. If I can see the profit, if I can generate profit, imagine I generated 3-4 grand. What if I was risking $5,000? That would be 300 grand or whatever. You know? 10x, right? So I'm like, let me pursue again. I pursue again, and then I have more problems come, right? More problems are in different ends. Just now I went through a little bit of a rough patch that I came out of, right? That's even a new problem. Now that was harder than the first problem. If you put me back in the first problem, I will take it with ease. To get out of what I got out before, plus being online and transparent about it, risk losing my brand. Those who are in the exclusive can see how that affected, right? Just go look who's in Zoom today. So to adapt like that just shows you're a real trader, but it's reality of what people don't want to know. And the funny thing is, online it's presented as everyone has it easy, but in reality, I can assure you everyone trading right now has issues. Everyone. You're all struggling in trading. There's not one person here who is totally and absolutely rinsing the market 24/7. I will put money on it. If you are rinsing the market for 2 years straight with no problems, right now contact me. I'll give you $100,000 cash as an investment into yourself, and then I get you above $10 million in funding direct. No problem. But I can guarantee, because that's not reality. That's not reality. Even the top traders in the world, Warren Buffett, will sit out and get yapping from his clients. Why aren't you investing? Why aren't you investing? We gave you money. We gave you money. You're not putting it in. He's waiting for the right time to strike. You understand? So online perceives it as that because it's easier to sell products. It's easier to sell products. It's easier to sell products when you make everything look very happy-go-lucky. Everything is easy. People want to buy in. But when you look at the truth, I am telling you the truth, because I take you through my struggles. I take you through my wins. I take everyone through everything and document it shameless. I fix problems. I overcome it. I then induce more challenges. How many people do you think on the internet I took only a small losing streak on stream, and then there was a patch of less trades, and even now there's not as many trades. Instead of me seeing it as a problem, I adapted. After adapting, I put myself in a harder challenge and said, fine, I'm gonna show people that trading NY is good, and I'm gonna go pass a challenge for them. So I did that. Everyone asking me to pass challenge, did it for them. Anyways, gold might be cooking something for us shortly. Harry, is it better to join the exclusive at the end of the month or now? Join now, otherwise you have to wait longer. If you join now, I'll be accepting people this week. So make sure to join now so you can be accepted by this week. Literally, if you join If you join today, then you'll be accepted by tomorrow. If you wait till the end of the month and more people join, then you're waiting, right? So just join now. Bro doesn't know me, but that's me. What you're saying is deja vu. Yeah, because I've been through what you guys are going through. That's why I can comfortably tell you guys things, you know, and tell you what. When you guys ask me questions, remember those questions are coming from experience, not opinions. I'm not opinionated. These guys online are all teaching you with opinions. I'm teaching you with experience. Everything, I won't tell you to do anything that I haven't done myself before. It's a big difference that a lot of people tell you things to do what they haven't done themselves before. Right? The only thing which I will take back and own that is that I do teach people who trade prop firms, and I've traded personal account. But in that case, I'm still doing it. It's like I've done it. It's just I've not done it with the rules. Now I have, obviously, but I'm not going to count that as me. Prop firm trader, nowhere near. But what happened is it ended up forming how I thought it would be, you know? Like, realize, what are you trading for? Trading for financial independence, freedom. You think those two things are earned easily? Try do it without trading. You have to think I'm lucky to have trading. It's a tool that I can use to help me get closer towards that. Right? But it's a tool, it's not the answer. The answer is you. The answer has always been you. You are the one who's going to change everything. You know, it's just a tool. As hard as it is, you are the answer, right? It's the only thing that's going to bridge you, and between getting where you want to be is you. That's the connection point. Everything away from that is just going to be things that you can utilize in your agenda. Trading, business, personal brands, this, that. It's all up to you. Because I could give you everything. I could give you my social media following, my brand, my account on trading, my knowledge, but you don't have the rest in you. And all of those 4 things, just because you are not it, it's not going to help. You will still fail, believe it or not. You know? And one thing that sticks with me hard, you know, is that if I'm going through something hard, it just means others won't follow. And if others won't follow, means that I'm doing something unique that will get me to a further place than others have not reached before. And maybe I get it harder than others. People say I'm lucky. People say, you know, I get things easy. But I just don't show much of the hard times that I do online. You know, I don't speak about it too much in terms of what I go on a personal basis day to day. Because if I do that, it will be a very negative environment. Because every fucking day, there is something I have to deal with. And that's just reality. But remember, it's by choice. It's by choice because I chose to do this. No one told me to do that. I don't have to do this. I could go get a regular job, be a regular person. But I took it by choice. So never feel sorry for yourself because it's by choice. Never feel like you have it worse than others. You fucking chose to trade. You're the reason why you're here. No one's forcing you. Oh, but my family has no money and I have to make money for them, so I'm forced to trade. No, you're not. No, you're not. You're desperate to trade, but you're not forced. Why do profitable traders want to earn money from selling courses? I think some of them are not profitable, obviously. They're not profitable, obviously, and they just make money from courses. But then if you could make more money, why not? Like for me, I have an exclusive group. I charge a very reasonable price for a hell of a lot of value. I'm not ashamed in charging that. I'm very confident of my product. I'm very confident in the effort I give, and I put everything I can to make sure it's the best. I even change, I learn from that, and I adapt. I help people and realize, hey, maybe this person I need to help less, give them space, explore themselves. So I'm not ashamed of that. But for me, that's another source of income. And I will take that respectfully because I'm offering a service. Right? So at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter because you're offering like in the Bible they call it eye for an eye, right? So it's the kind of thing, and that's how it is, you know. What's your price? I charge $50. $50 a month, that's it. You get everything you need. You can watch this video on my website, unmuted from the bottom right. You can see what you get here. It's on a waiting list, but like I said, I'm accepting people this week. So if you actually want to join, be part of us, try it for a month. You don't lose much for trying it. You can always cancel whenever you want. You still get the full month. You're not locked in. Are you in the trade already? I'm waiting for London Open probably. We're going to get the most likely option. I see this setup here. I'm contemplating. 5-minute candle close bearish. Next one close bullish. I might take a buy. As a wick fill with the 5-minute to get to the high. Like 9 pips. Stop loss would be only like 15 pips. Would be very juicy. Would be a very juicy. You know? DAX can also cook up for the open here. It's just creating structure, which is nice. We want structure to form like this. We'll see how it ends up cooking up for the open. So we have a few options potentially boiling here. How many years you struggled to profit in trading? 2019, got profitable around late 2021, 22. So it's almost 3 years. Like, just think about it. Like, that's almost 3 years straight, huh? Of hard work. I'm talking about me trying everything. Not just, hey, I'm gonna get into this trading thing. No, it was my everything. Wake up, trade. Before sleep, think about trading. Eat, think about trading. Literally, I used to be down. I used to be at my what's this? I've lost my train. What do you call table? Jesus, I want to say desk. So be at my table. After leaving the charts, have the charts on my phone, just staring, seeing if something happens. And you know, I knew nothing would happen, but I didn't want to miss anything. Yeah, I tilted today. I even wanted to show it, even though I took it with half risk. Still, everything traded. Something I traded, I already registered. This is a loss. Even if it wins, it's a bad trade. FOMO factor. Yeah, well, I hope it at least gets to entry so you can get out, you know. Oops. I think just if there was crazy volume today, you get away with it. Otherwise, it's very hard to get away with these. Just as I sent it, literally read the chat. When will London Open be? In 10 minutes, but we can trade before. Honestly, now on gold, next setups are going to be above here. We are mixed bias, man. What about a sell, boys? I'm actually considering this sell here. It's, you know, we reached a target. 1 hour will close bearish. Ooh, that's an interesting one. You know, 1 hour closing bearish is a big one. We have lower high, lower low. We've been in a downtrend for days, guys. Since Friday, 8th of August, we have been in this downtrend. So even though it can pop down, retest, but at least we'd have a space for a retest. Because ideally, your buying zone would be somewhere here. Right? That would be like your standard buying zone, roughly. I mean, it could reject from anywhere here, but hopefully it'd be in profit by then. I actually quite like that. I quite like that as a setup, but here's the problem. 9 minutes is a lot of time. But we have to wait. I don't know if I can. If I can. If it's... We have a 15-minute break of low. Man, 2 5-minute candles here. It's a lot to ask. I'm like super tempted to go half on break of low and then the rest after. Very tempted. Just not to miss it, but we don't, like, I'm selling against a bullish candle. I'm only trusting a 5. I couldn't live just off trading, too much pressure every month. Yeah, it's better to have multiple sources of income, but once you've built savings with trading, it's pretty easy. I hope it waits for us. I'm really tempted. I watched your prop firm video. It's a banger. Thank you, thank you. 100% win rate is insane. It was pretty good. Good trades during NY. I mean, as I said in the video, my win rate long-term averages out to 75%, 80%. But in that period, you know, I just took my setups and it ended up 100%, literally. That's the point. Is like a lot of guys would show you them passing a prop firm challenge, but not break down the trades because their trades are gamble trades. If you look at my trades, every single one of them is something that I've done in the past. You know, 6 trades of just standard stuff. Setup 5, setup 1s, breakouts, you know, name it. Beautiful trading to pass 100. Yeah, it was good volume on you. US 30 was the clutch, man. I mean, it's nice when you have 6% profit target. It's way easier on mental. I think a lot of you guys should consider, because 15% on FTMO and stuff like that. I mean, do it as well, but it's more tougher on the mental, especially as a first account. And the nice thing is you don't pay the activation fee till you pass. So if you mess up a bit, it's very budget friendly. What's your thought on copy trading? I'm new to that. Don't get involved in that, man. A lot of the time it loses a lot of money. You have to really know the person well. It takes a lot of stuff, you know. How much total fees do you pay for 50k? 200. You said every trader is having a hard time. I can't fully agree. I only trade the DAX. I'm up 7% for the month. I think you should really drop more pairs, even if it means less trades. Every trader is having a hard time in their career. So you're telling me since you started trading, you haven't gone through hard times? Just because this month you're up 7%. It's totally wrong, man. There's no chance that you haven't been pissed at a loss. You haven't done something. Every trader goes through hard times. I haven't said they're having a hard time. I said they go through hard times. There's no chance you've just, for the past year, have not one issue in your trading. And everything's been perfect, happy-go-lucky. There's always something messing you. I want to make more money. I should have risked more. I should have done this. I've never had hard times, but it never lasts long. Exactly. But people quit before, right? Because the thing is, you fix the issues, but many people just sit in there. People just sit in there. I just pressed the sell button. On what? Good luck. I'm waiting for sell in 3 minutes here. So 3 minutes I'm looking for sell. We have the 1 hour close, 30-minute close, 15-minute close. 5-minute will close below here, hopefully. I held one trade for 6 hours yesterday, finally got out with small profit, woke up this morning, hit my full TP. If you're not having a hard time, you're at least dealing with some frustrations. Yeah. It's not having a hard time right now, but go through hard times during your trading. You know, I'm sure that happens. Having a rough time now after one of my best periods, but it's okay. Part of the game. I've been through it already. Yes. That's the point. You've had your best period. So it's pretty normal, actually. I always have this. Every time I have best period in life, it kind of looks like this. Always. I don't know. It's just how it works. Every time you're here, you end up here. And then here is higher than here. So actually, it looks like this. Because your next high is way higher. But I feel like my lows are lower. So it's something weird. I feel like the cycle of how that all works looks something like this. Like you have a high and then it takes you low, and then you have a higher high and that takes you lower, then to a higher high, then that's to lower. Like that's how it really feels. And then what you learn at the lows just make you a different person. So as long as this 1 hour close is bearish, it's valid. Let's see in 1 minute here. Prefer to close below this 15, but since we'll have active setup on 30, on 1 hour, it's not too important, but I would prefer it, yes. As long as it close below the 15 support is more important here. Alright, so it has closed here. Wait for a top wick. 1 hour bearish. Everything bearish at the moment. Yeah, so I think selling at break of low here would be safer. And then stop loss above the highs. Is a bit of a concern. We closed at the previous levels here, but now we've technically crossed through it twice. Plus we have the 1 hour as confirmation. So yeah. Could give wick fill. The only thing I'm scared about wick fill is that it's closed at that previous. So I want to see break of low so that we can get away from it. That's what I want to see. I want to see a break of low to make sure we can get away from it. Tiny, it's not bad, yeah. I'm also keeping an eye on DAX on my second monitor. This could be a setup forming on DAX as well. We have a big clean zone below this 15. So I'm going to be watching that as well. Good top wick here makes me more confident. Actually makes me contemplate the wick fill. But I'd rather get below that 5-minute support there. Would be just way better. If we break this low, we clear a lot of BS, right? We don't have to worry. Looks bullish to you? I mean, where our entry is, it will start to look bearish where our entry is. Here, maybe not, but we're not entered, so it doesn't matter. Where did the volume go? Maybe it comes, just wait. All right, should be triggered in here. Have this 5-minute level here. That's only my concern level. Five-minute close here. We have to close below support. Interesting rejection. Very quick rejection. We rejected off a previous 5-minute level, but it treated it pretty heavy here. Be at 20. Yeah, maybe this 5-minute level here. We'll see. Very quick rejection. We couldn't really do much there. I'm trying to look at how to manage, but I don't really see much at the moment. It's just a very quick rejection here. Literally quickly put us into profit and then back down. 6 minutes for this 15. I don't know if we can survive the 6 minutes. This 5-minute candle closes 1 minute. It will be an important close on 5. This rejection is absolutely crazy how we just touched this level so quickly. This level here, look at this. Literally no chance. Let's see if it can reject here. It's our last chance for it to reject here. DAX might be setting up here as well. Big LTA here to the left. Stop above 1 minute structure could work. I'm gonna see the top wick here on DAX. Out of gold just now. Well, not just now, as it popped up. I would take that again. We just got stuck at that level. So that happens sometimes. Sometimes you can get stuck at those levels and then it does that. I hate when you trade DAX because futures we can't enter the same trade. Yeah. Good trade, bearish engulfing resistance. Price just didn't go to the target wanted. Yeah, it was very fast the way we rejected off. There's really not much you can do. Even 1 minute didn't have like structure that we're closing above or something like that. So it makes it very, very tough. Especially when 1 minute doesn't have structure or anything like that, you know. Otherwise, you can manage pretty easily, actually. I'll take it again. Wonder if the buys would be worth it here. I've been taking leucine before trading, and it was helping you to stay calm. Damn, don't be taking that stuff. We'll be live trading NY today? I will be, man. I will be. In the private group. Hate trading GG and gold nowadays. It's moving in a weird way. A plus setup getting stopped out. Wouldn't say this is A plus, but definitely a good setup. It just reacted very heavily off a previous zone. We can't really account for that. It went in our direction, but like, wow, for such a reaction off that, it's very interesting to see such a heavy... I mean, yeah, you could just buy right after a sell, but my question is, look at the 1 minute would scare me a little bit here in the buy. I mean, now that we're making structure up here, it's okay. Want to see that top wick on broker as well. Watch this flip now. I bet it will flip. Watch. See? Typical. That last push there was to just get formal buyers in. DAX has clean zone. Yeah, if DAX closes below, it will be nice. But even if it just breaks the low here, it's still valid because you have 15-minute S1. You can run stops above current candle high. If you close below, better. But you could actually take it like that. Because still has active setup 1 on 15. So even if it just closes bearish like this and breaks the low, it's still valid somewhat. Not somewhat, it is valid. Oh, gold push, nice actually. Yeah, that was the original idea. 28. Oh, you have a range, huh? Tempted to get out in profit now. How likely? We're still mixed bias, man. We're still mixed bias. This is this resistance zone here. So on a 1 hour time frame, we have tapped first target. First target 1 hour time frame tap. Now we have to see. So unless something closes above there, so what you could do is just sit at break even. That's the best thing, right? Because it's already rejected that, so you missed out on all this profit unless you closed already, but it's already rejected that. So you have to wait a little bit now. If it gets above here, so just sit at break even, you know, and just let it try form its price action and slowly, hopefully, make its way up. Seems like it doesn't like that level. If I was in, that was my break-even spot for my trade if I was going to take a buy. So it would have tapped me break-even, which is very boring. Just lacking continuations in both directions, man. This is fucked up both people. I mean, I think the buys gave a... But let's measure in terms of reference with wicks. So from the 15 close, it managed to push 14 pips, right? I want you guys to keep this number in your mind, okay? Watch this. This is how gold is manipulating, okay? It managed to push 14, 15, let's say 14 pips and reject. Now we popped up here. We managed to push. How many pips, guys? 14 pips and reject. You see that? London manipulating both sides. 14 pips. And look, at least this you get a chance, right? But with us, how fast it come back, right? It's just a tiny fight. Like, this makes sense. At least it's touching a 1 hour level. It's a 30-minute level, a 15-minute level, compared to this rejection, which is just literally one candle pause, huh? Not even a structure. No, a one candle pause. It's literally a candle that went bearish, bullish, bearish. That was enough for it to say not today. Same. So it's just manipulation today. We take the lows, we go out, take the highs before it decides a direction. You know? So this could also be a retest here if we see 5 minutes. See, one thing we would see that's different is if 5 minutes can close bullish from here, this could be a trade opportunity to get into one more buy. One more buy if 5 minutes candle close bullish would be a retest. One more chance to get five. Also one more chance for that, yes. If you want one more time. At least this one gave you a chance because you would have moved to break even at the previous 1 hour. Like, that's a okay thing to do, right? We can see that coming. This you can't really see coming. It's harder one. Harder one to see coming. No, Johan, no, not a short now. Now for the next short would be a close below here. You would need that close below. But it would be nice because you get the retest of the 1 hour. You know. Exactly. Same short we took earlier would work now even better because now we have the liquidity from upside. We tap the 1 hour resistance as well. Another confirmation. You have all of that together. Yep, I agree with that, man. Anyways, I'm gonna call it here. It's just trapping. It's trapping. I'm gonna trade NY next week, guys. On stream, I'm probably gonna start trading NY because it's nice to mix it up a bit. I'm probably gonna start that routine next week. Do that for a little bit and show up for that. That would be fun. A lot different than London, can tell you that much. And then we take it from there. So I appreciate everyone showing up. Take care. Have an amazing rest of your day. And yeah, hopefully we can get some better things. I would take this 100 times out of 100. I don't really, only thing I do critique on this is the 15 didn't close below here, but we had the 1 hour and 30 all closing bearish. So when you think about it, 1 hour close bearish, 30-minute close bearish, 15-minute change of structure. If you remove drawings, it looks a lot clearer. You see the change of structure. You come back to this candle here. You can see, okay, fine, let's wait for more confirmation, enter break of low. We got the break of low, we got some continuation, chose one level, rejected, and now is doing the same to the upside. So it happens and is part of the game. Unfortunately, it has to happen now, you know, so it's not the biggest of deals, but we move on, we move strong, and yeah, we will see what ends up forming in a little bit. Take care, trade sharp, and hopefully catch you guys very, very soon. All right, much love, peace. Cheers, guys, cheers.